It's been cold long enough that this part of the lake started to freeze. We've been up for a little bit, and now you can see that it's starting to break apart a little bit. And that area over there is actually back to being completely liquid. The sun's hitting everything. Man, it's just wild to see that lake frozen.
It didn't do that last year.
Well, it's never done it. As far as I can remember, I've lived here forever, and it might have happened once shortly after we moved in. We had lived here we moved here into this neighborhood in 1999, and then I think I lived here for maybe a year or two, and around that time, somewhere around there, we got hit with the most snow I'd ever seen here in my life. And I think maybe the pond froze then, but it probably hasn't happened since then, which means that it's probably a decade and a half, maybe pushing like 2 decades, and that's just wild to me. It's crazy. By the way, hello everyone, and welcome to Friday. We've been getting so much stuff done lately, which is good because there's just been so much to do. Today is no exception. In fact, today, from a recording standpoint, is crazy. There's just so much to do. We're going to do another session of Mario 64. We're going to, Mal's going to be working on her painting. I'm going to be working on Morning Mario. And then I'm also going to be, as long as time permits, I'm also going to be resuming Fallout with Grit. So there's a lot of recording today. But I mean, hey, that's fine. Dan sent me a message today, and he said we gave him Super Mario 64 yesterday, and he already has the first episode done, exported on a drive, ready to go. He said he's almost done with the second episode, and I was like, cool. So he's probably going to have 2 or 3 maybe episodes ready for us by the time we see him later today, and I'll hand over stuff to him, and he'll give us the Mario 64 episodes for tomorrow. I'm super excited about it. I felt really good recording it, and Dan's one editing it, and he said this series is great. He said you guys are really funny. He said there's a really good feeling about everything. He said it's just really fun to watch. I was like, well, thank you, Dan. You know, I appreciate that. He said, I think people are really going to enjoy it. So that made me feel good. Right now, we're probably at the point where we should have lunch, but Mal's like not super hungry.
Yeah, I'm not hungry.
And I'm not super hungry. So I'm just going to have like a little snack of something. We still have some cuties, so I'm going to eat these. Also, you can probably tell a little bit, obviously with the cold weather here, my skin's not doing fantastic. And what's really interesting is that I've had medicine for this that my mom had given me. I talked about this in a vlog not too long ago for the eczema. And the way it's always worked is I would use the medicine. The next day, you know, it would look a little better, but not much. And then the day after that, everything would just be healed. And I've used it a few times over the year or and a half, 2 years, whatever that I've had this, and it's always worked that way. This is the first time where it hasn't, because 2 days ago, before bed, I put that medicine on and left it sit for about 2 hours. And then yesterday it wasn't better, and I was like, that's okay. The way it works is tomorrow it'll be better. And it's not. And it's just because the weather is so cold and so frigid, and the air is so dry that it did not. I mean, it looks a little better than it did because it was really bad. And the reason I actually finally used the medicine, because I haven't used it since I had issues like last year in winter. The reason I finally used it is that it got so bad that my hands were sore because they were cracking and kind of bleeding, and I was like, okay, that's bad. I would prefer not to have that happen. I move my hands a lot, whether I'm, you know, playing a video game or editing, and to have them ache because they're cracked, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna not do that. We have worked hard all day, and we've really been pouring our hearts and souls into things over the past few days, and it's very monotonous to us, possibly a little monotonous to you guys as well, but it's just because we're really trying to get a bunch of crap, like a big old ball, not of crap. It's our videos. I don't want to call them crap, but you know what I mean. There's a big old ball of stuff ready, and we've done really well. And we are actually ending off the evening with a really serious comfort food, and one we have not had in a long time, and that is the Walmart pizzas. If you guys have not had a pizza from Walmart, they're astoundingly good. I mean, just really, really great. And a huge, huge pizza is like $7. And we, trying to make sure that we go into 2018 eating right. And we've done fairly good so far this year. But comfort food like this is really nice after a day like today.
All I've had today is the salad.
You're fine then.
Uh-huh.
I'm not fine. I had some shrimp. Still eating the shrimp
and
from...
potatoes, and a salad, and...
I had a little more. Yeah, we're still eating on some of the food from New Year's, because it's still around. And I mentioned it earlier, in an earlier clip, that Dan had episode 1 done. He actually he's finished everything. Mm-hmm. He's finished every episode of Super Mario 64 that we've given him thus far. And I'm like, dang, great. So we're things are good right now. It's like there's a really hectic feeling in the air. We're doing pretty good about getting in bed on time. We're doing pretty good about getting enough sleep and all that. But it's just our nose is to the grindstone every day, and it's going to let up soon, and it'll feel amazing. But until it does, it's. I just now realized what you were doing.
Surprise, Kippy!
Anyway, it's going to things are getting better. Things are getting better every day. Every day, every week, every month, every year. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to eat this pizza and go to bed, actually. But, as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?